Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about one more important content in the our environment related issues. The chapter that is called that is solid waste management. What do you call the chapter? That the topic name is today's topic. We are going to discuss about solid waste management. So solid, you know very well. Every day, tons of solid waste are disposed of landfill sites. So we are throwing the solid waste into the landfill sites. This waste comes from the homes. From where this waste is coming? Homes and offices and industries and various other agriculture related activities. So tons of waste we are disposed of at landfill sites. Landfill sites. From where it is coming? From homes, offices, industries and various other agriculture related activities. So what I am telling is these landfill sites produce foul smell. These landfill sites will produce the foul smell if waste is not stored and treated properly. The landfill sites will give foul smell, very bad smell when you not treated properly, or when you did not what you called treated properly. Waste is not stored and treated properly, in the sense foul smell will come. And another important one, when hazardous waste, harmful waste like pesticides, batteries containing lead, cadmium, mercury, zinc, okay, these all are very dangerous. Cleaning solvents, radioactive materials, e-waste, plastics are mixed up with the paper and scraps and burnt. Then what will happen when you burn this all the waste? Come on, releases the dioxins. What will come? Dioxins will come. These these gases are toxic and carcinogenic. Toxic and carcinogenic. So once imagine, carcinogenic means what? Cancer causing, toxin, poisonous, dangerous. So these pollute the surround air. So it pollutes this toxic dioxins or these materials. Toxic and carcinogenic dioxins pollute the surrounding air, groundwater, and can seriously affect the health of humans. Surrounding the air, groundwater, and seriously affects the health of humans. That is the most important point to remember. Seriously affects the health of the humans. Okay. Next, wildlife, and it will be seriously affects the health of humans, wildlife, and our environment. See now, from where which kind of materials we are getting solid waste? See, from residential we are getting food waste, plastics, paper, glass, leather, cardboard, metals, yard waste, ashes, tires, batteries, old mattresses. These all are residential waste. Once again, food waste, plastics, paper, glass, leather, cardboard, metals, art, waste ashes, tires, batteries, old mattress. These all are residential waste. Come to industrial waste. What are the industrial waste? Packaging waste, ashes, chemicals, cans, plastics, metal parts are industrial waste. Commercial, the thin and thick plastics, food waste, okay, and also metals, paper, glass, wood, cardboard materials. Industry, institutional, so wood, paper, okay, metals, cardboard, metals, electronics. Construction and demolition, what you called? Very dangerous this is. Why? Because steel materials, concrete, wood, plastics, rubber, copper wires, dirt and glass. Agriculture waste, spoiled food and pesticides. Next, bioremedial, syringes, bandages, biomedical. What you called? Biomedical, not remedial, biomedical. What you call this is biomedical. Come on, tell. Syringes, bandages, gloves, catheters, urine bags, drugs, paper, plastics, food waste, sanitary napkins and diapers, chemicals. These all are biomedical. E-waste, TV, computers, okay, transistors, tape recorders, Okay, and motherboards, CDs, cassettes, mouse, wires, cards, switches, chargers, this all comes under the e-waste. So these many waste materials we are getting from the residential, from the industries, from the commercial, from the institutional, from the constructions, agriculture, biomedical, and these all e-waste. So we have to properly should have to treat these all the e-waste. So otherwise what will happen? We will be in the big troubles that causes the severe damage to the our environment. Once you see solid waste management, first what we have to do includes the we have to collect properly should have to manage the solid waste. Otherwise I said no, carcinogenic, toxic. So solid waste management, what we have to do includes the activities of action required to manage waste from the inception to its final disposal. What are these? First, we have to collect, we have to transport, we have to treatment and disposal of waste. Okay, these all the things we have to together with monitoring and regulation of waste management process. Collection of waste, transport of waste, treatment of waste, disposal of waste together, monitoring with the and regulation of the waste process. It is all about how solid waste can be changed and used as a valuable resource. So we have to, very important thing is we can reuse, or how much benefit is there with this we have to consider. For example, you see in the case study in Chennai looks like looks all after clearance and management of solid waste in Chennai. Corporation of Chennai looks after the clearance and management of solid waste in Chennai. Every day around in Chennai, 5,400 metric tons of garbage is collected from the city. Door-to-door collection, garbage is there done in the most zones apart from sweeping, collecting and storing the waste is it is specified bins. At present, garbage generated in Chennai is dumped at two cities. Where they are dumping the two cities? Number one, therefore, what are those? Number one, what is the name? Kodiyangar, Kodangair, and Perumgudi. Called Perumgudi and Kodungayur. Kodangayur in these cities, they are dumping this all waste. Okay, scientific closure and also have integrated waste processing facilities with waste to energy plants. So from this waste to they are producing energy. Energy plants is the composition of existing what do you call it? Kodingayur and Ferungudi. See, by the solid waste they are producing energy. So energy process, energy production also they are using. So proper using and proper what you called collection, proper treatment of the solid waste is must and should. Otherwise, what will happen? The problems will become. So next, one of the great scientists will be there. So that person name is Dr. Sultan Ahmad Ismail. The scientist name is Sultan Ahmad Ismail as an Indian soil biologist. Indian soil biologist and ecologist from Tamil Nadu. His work has centered and techniques for receiving biodegradable waste into fertilizing. So biodegradable waste converted into fertilizers by using earthworms. So very vermicompost. He worked about the vermicompost and he produced the useful fertilizers from biodegradable substances. Such a great scientist also there. So these points you should have to remember related to the solid waste management. So once again children, very carefully should listen. Why? Because regularly this kind of problems we are facing. Almost in India, everywhere this is a big problem, management of solid waste. Why? Because daily some thousands of how many metric tons? Some thousands of metric ton waste we are getting from the different cities of India. So we have to use properly and we have to get the benefit from that. We have to get the energy from that solid waste in the sense that is well and good. Okay children, observe very carefully. We are discussing about solid waste management. So solid waste management, collection, transportation, treatment, disposal of waste together with monitoring and regulation of other waste process. Okay, in Chennai what we are doing? In the two areas, Kodangayur and Perungudi sites, they are using by the help of the solid waste, they are producing electricity, energy. So these points you should have to very important for us. Now see, every day tons of solid waste we are getting from the different sources, especially from where? Homes, offices, industries, and various other agriculture related activities. What we are doing? This complete waste we are keeping in the landfill sites. If you don't properly treat this all waste in the landfill sites, definitely it will come foul smell and causes the diseases. That's the first point. And also, even hazardous waste also we will produce from the industries, homes, and offices. What are the hazardous wastes? Like pesticides? What are those? Pesticides and batteries containing lead and cadmium, mercury, zinc, cleaning solvents, radioactive materials, e-waste, and plastics are mixed up with the paper, other scraps, and burnt. Then what will happen? They will release as dioxins. What they will release? They releases the dioxins. These dioxins are toxic and carcinogenic. What is the meaning of toxic? Toxic means not good to the health, causes the disorders. Carcinogenic, very important word, chemical carcinogens, causes cancer, sarcoma, leukemia, okay, sarcoma, leukemia, like that, carcinoma, like that, cancers will come, very dangerous. Okay, so not only that, these toxic and carcinogenic dioxins pollute the surrounding air, groundwater, seriously affects the health of humans, wildlife, and our environment. Well, that's it. Once our surrounding air polluted with these carcinogenic dioxins, we will inhale. When we inhale, we will get cancer. So that's why we have to treat properly this all waste to avoid the dangerous effects. So first of all, what kind of materials are coming from the different residence and commercial industries? Okay, that one we'll discuss. From residential, what we will get? Food waste will be plastic, papers will be, glass will be, leather will be, cardboard, metals, ad waste, ashes, tires, batteries, old mattresses come residential. Industrial, packaging materials, waste, ashes, chemicals, cans, plastics, metal parts. Commercial, so thin thick plastics, wood waste, metal proper metals, paper, glass, wood, cardboard materials. Next, institutional, wood, paper, metals. Next, construction and demolition, steel material, concrete, very dangerous. Agriculture waste, pesticides, okay, food waste, and harvest waste, these all will be come. So biomedical, syringes, napkins, diapers, what you call the drugs, bags, urine bags, catheters, gloves, so many are there. Electronic waste, TV, computers, these all are electronic waste, what you called computer, motherboard, CDs, cassettes, mouses, wires, cords, switches, change, these all are e-waste. So we have to treat properly the solid waste management includes the activities. What we have to do? First, waste collection. Solid waste management includes what? We have to manage properly. What you have to do? First, we have to collection of the waste, transport of the waste, and treatment, then disposal, final disposition. This includes the collection, transport, treatment, and disposal of waste together with the monitoring and regulation of the waste processes. This is a waste management process. It is also about how solid waste can be changed and used as a valuable resource. So how this solid waste we have to use as a valuable resource means energy. So for example, the Corporation of Chennai looks after clearance of management of solid waste in Chennai. Every day around 5,400 metric tons they are collecting, okay, and this specialized bins, and at present garbage generated in Chennai is dumped in two sites. Where are the two sites? It seems Kodanguyar and Perungudi sites. What they are doing? They are using scientific closure and to have integrated waste processing facilities with waste to energy plants. Waste to energy plants as one of the components. Waste to what you called Very important. Waste to energy production is going on in the Chennai, especially Kodangallur and Perungudi sites. Now, waste management practices. First one, what? Source of segregation, then composting. Okay, composting, aerobic and anaerobic composting, and the vermicomposting, and biogas generation, and also what you call incineration. Waste management practices. How can we do? Source of segregation, compost we can produce. We can do source of segregation, we can segregate, and composting, aerobic and anaerobic, vermicompost also we can produce, biogas also we can produce, even incineration point of view also we can use in the waste management processes. Okay, what are the waste management practices? Come on. Number one, source of segregation, composting. Composting means you know very well, degradation in aerobic and anaerobic. Vermicompost, earthworms, they will degrade and useful for the biofertilizers development. Biogas, you know, methane will be production. Incineration, you know, this is useful for the industries in different points of view. So here Dr. Sultan Ahmad Ismail is a great scientist, Indian born biologist and ecologist from Tamil Nadu. He changed the biodegradable substances by using earthworms and fertilizers. So he worked about in the vermicompost and he produced the valuable fertilizers. He got doctorate also from the Madras University. So very great person about the wastewater management, solid waste management, vermicomposting, organic farming. Okay, organic farming, vermitech and waste management to several educational institutions, industries and organic farmers in India and abroad. He given information about waste treatment and organic farming also. Such a great scientists are there in our India. So like this. So what are the neat bits here to discuss? Number one, what is the first dioxins? First neat bit, dioxins. So cadmium, mercury, zinc, cleaning solvents, radioactive materials, e-waste, plastics are mixed up with paper and other scraps burnt. What will become? Dioxins will come. Those dioxins are toxic and carcinogenic. So they pollute the surrounding air and groundwater, seriously affects the health of humans, wildlife, our environment. This is important. So what are the first step in the solid waste? What is the use? Waste to valuable resource conversion is important. So for that, what things we have to do means, by the help of waste we have to produce the energy. So which sites it seems? Kodangallur and Perungudi sites in Chennai, there is a production of energy is there it seems. Next, what are the waste management practices? What is vermicomposting? You know, by the earthworm we can produce a fertilizer, that is called vermicomposting. So what are the waste management practices? Source segregation, composting, aerobic and anaerobic composting, biogas, you know, methane gas production, methanogenic bacteria, waste only na. So very useful biogas production plants. And what is another important point to remember in this case study of Chennai and the solid waste collection, transport, treatment, disposal of waste together with the monitoring and regulation of the waste management processes. This is the thing you should have to remember. So what are the next hazardous wastes? Cadmium, mercury, zinc. Okay, such a dangerous waste. So what is the biomedical waste? Syringes, like that. Electronic waste, EV computers. So we should have to properly, we should have to manage to lead happy life. Otherwise, this many tons of solid will cause the, if you not properly manage this waste, really the conditions will become very worse day by day, and that leads to live healthy life on the, that will affects the life of the what you call earth, the life on the earth. So we should have to properly treat each and every solid waste which one we are producing through residentials, industrials, commercials, institutionals, construction, agriculture, biomedical and electronic waste. That point also you should have to remember. So these all are solid waste. In the tomorrow's class we will be discuss about radioactive waste. Radioactive wastes are very dangerous. Why? How to dispose that radioactive waste, radioactive waste, and what are the effects of the radioactive waste, we will be discussing the what you called tomorrow's class.